All right, guys. Hey, welcome to our great. Geez, I've been sitting down for 5 minutes writing, and the moment I get on camera, I have to sneeze. No kidding. Give me 10 seconds. No, it's going away. All right. Hey, thanks for those of you who posted your gratitudes. Can't wait to read those. Keep those up, guys. Hope everyone has a phenomenal holiday. I know the holidays week, and I don't know what everyone's what they celebrate, what they don't, all that. But I hope everyone has an awesome week this week. I know that it can be an incredible week, but it also comes with its challenges. And for those that may struggle, just know that you're loved by your Everest family without doubt. And wishing everyone the best this week. This will be the last time that I get a chance to speak to the company, I think, in 2020. So what a crazy year it's been. So much to be grateful for, and man, so much that we learned, and what a crazy year. And I'm so excited for 2021, as I know so many of you are, and whether you are or you're not, it's coming, and it is coming soon. So I actually saw one of the funniest, you see these memes online, and one of them the other day said, nobody is saying 2021 is going to be my year. We're all opening the door slowly and tiptoeing through from 2020 to 2021. You had to see it. It was funny. But hey, great stuff, and it's going to be awesome. So I have been talking a ton as I've gotten in front of the company recently, just about business planning, about prepping for 2021. What are you up to? And as I prepared what I wanted to say today, I always try to look over the affirmations and think of something from the affirmations, or something that we're chanting in the mornings that I think brings some level of interest. And the one that stuck out to me the most recently is this idea that taking action is easy for me. That's one of the things that we all say, we shout it out. Taking action is easy for me. And man, that's tough. That's, if you think about it, I mean, I've said this before, that when you're reading through those affirmations, do you sometimes have some affirmations that you're yelling when they're there because they're on paper? But like, you kind of have to choke the words out. Like, if I've gone on vacation and all I've had is Diet Coke for 4 days, and I try to say, I drink water daily. And in my head, I'm like, wait a minute, I haven't had water in 3 days, or something stupid like that. Anyway, just the example is, this is a fun one to be thinking, like, taking action is easy for me. And as a general statement, look, I think any one of us could look at our lives and think of areas where taking action, maybe it's not so easy. But man, just to put that pot is, I know that initially any of those things, as humans, we tend to like go right to the negative of, oh, well, I'm not good at taking action because fill in the blank. What is the one thing that you're not doing well? Guys, everyone has done it. Everyone has the ability to do it. I mean, gosh, the fact that you are up this morning on this call shows, and you're doing it consistently. I see the same names every time I do this, and every time I'm on. Taking action is easy for you. And so, boy, it is so important that you figure out why. Why is it easy for you in these ways? In what areas has it been easier than others? And as you figure that out, the cool part is that you start to connect the dots in other arenas. And so as we start to look at 2021 and over the next couple of weeks, as you're still working, still doing what you can to hit the ground running, I keep saying, and I'll keep saying it again and again, it would be a shame for you to show up to the office January 4th and say, okay, what do I want 2021 to look like? Please, please, please take some time, some dedicated time over the next 2 weeks, and determine what 2021 is going to look like. What actions do you need to take, and which ones are easy? And then I have a book that I would just recommend to everybody to read. It's called The 4 Disciplines of Execution. The 4 Disciplines of Execution. And it's a great book that talks about the different levels and different areas in which you can execute in your job and in your life. But before I get to a couple of those points, I just want to remind everyone of something that kind of deals with everything that I know I've been focusing on lately. which is that, throughout my career, whenever I've seen, look, I can take this spectrum of agents who are succeeding at a really, really high level, or agents who are doing better than they've ever done, or agents who are having like a momentary burst of success, right? And at some level, there's kind of always the ebbs and flows of the real estate business. And man, one month can look better than another simply because of when you're closing deals in the month or whatever. But bottom line is this, is that I have discovered, and we found over the years, that there are three main things that successful people have in common in this business that they're all doing. Or when you're doing your best, I guarantee you have a few of these things dialed in. And they're, number one, that you have a dream. There's something you want. There's something you're trying to accomplish, a goal or a person you want to become, meaning like your person inside of you. You want to become better from a financial. So the other day, if you were on the coaching call, I talked about, and we did the exercise of, what do you want to buy? What do you want? Where do you want to travel? And how do you want to contribute back? I'm not going to go into it today, but man, if you can take some time over the holidays to help establish your dream, what it is that you want. If you've ever been walking around one of our offices and seen these people with these whiteboards chock full of cars and places for vacation and money and whatever else, they call it a dream board, right? And I love that that's done, because what it does is it means someone's so committed to their dream, they want it plastered up in front of them every day. Think about that. It is really cool. So dream board, dream. What do you want? Figuring that out. Who do you want to become through that journey? What do you want to buy? What do you want in your life? Where do you want to travel? And finally, how do you want to contribute back? Who do you want to be? It goes at the heart of entrepreneurship, in my opinion, and I believe that you are all entrepreneurs. Second thing that I see. So number one is you have a dream. Number two, you have a plan. What is the plan, right? Is it written down? Is it something that you have steps in there? Is it detailed, right? Not just to say, hey, I'm going to close 25, 30, 40, 10, whatever that number is for you. I'm going to close 50 transactions in 2021. Okay, well, how? Who are you? What leads? Are you going to close 50 deals? Is it going to be 30 SOI, 10 web leads, and 10 FISBOs? What's your goal for breaking that down? And then you say, great, SOI, wonderful, 30 sphere of influences. How are you going to get to 30 sphere of influences? Think about this. We're talking about a plan right now, right? Some of it is just stopping. And as George always loves to point out, the great book, Think and Grow Rich. Think. You've got to think and then grow rich. So when you're making this plan, don't just say, my plan or my goal is to close 50 deals. You want to get detailed. So you're saying 30 SOI will be included in that. Perfect. Now you keep asking yourselves questions. Well, how many sphere of influence did I close in 2020? It's where the rear view mirror is really nice when you're business planning. And you might say, I closed 15. Okay, so I want to close 15 more sphere of influence in 2021. What will I need to do to add 15 more SOI? Well, I need to connect more with my sphere of influence. I need to reach out to them more. I need to hold some events. So all of a sudden the wheels start spinning and you start creating, right? Rather than waiting for people to contact you, rather than having a family member say, are you still in real estate, right? No. You're stopping that. You're putting that away and you're saying, how will I create more business and more help for my sphere of influence? And then you make that plan and then boom, you go, cool. I closed 1 web lead or 10 or whatever. You're saying, how do I do more? How do I do the same? What's the game plan? And then of course, FISBO, same thing. Whatever the lead source is you're choosing, whatever your business plan is that you're going to execute on, make absolutely certain that you're asking more questions about it, that you're going deeper and deeper and more specific. Because the more specific you get, the more granular you're creating this goal. And if this thing can be broken down to say, boy, if every day I can simply just call 5 SOI, 5 FISBOs, and 5 expireds, I'll close 50 transactions this year. I can do that, right? It's just so much easier when you do it that way. So number one, you have a dream. Number two, you create the plan. And number three, you take action, right? You execute upon what you want. And when we look at people who are consistently great in this industry, people who are on the rise, people who have had momentary bursts of greatness, right? Or doing the best they've done, always it stems from the fact that they've gotten more clear on their dream, or when the success, this is another observation, when the success starts happening, your dreams start to become a little more reality. You start to dream more and bigger. Second, there was a plan in place to accomplish that. And then finally, third, they've taken action. So regarding the taking action, excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat. Regarding taking action, and of course the execution of that, and the affirmation, taking action is easy for me. I just want to repeat again the name of this book, The 4 Disciplines of Execution. Such a great book. He talks about these four disciplines. Let me just tell you what they are. Number one, it's the discipline of focus. A little bit of what I'm talking about here. The more of the plan you create, the more focused you can be. So they talk about focusing on your wildly important goals, your WIGs. What are the biggest, most important goals that you have? When you focus on them, what will happen? Okay. Number two, the discipline of leverage. Okay. Really cool. Think about leverage, right? How do you leverage different things, and the philosophy, right? Or physics of leverage and stuff, and momentum and all of that. Don't have time to go into it right now, but just think about for a minute what that can do in your career, right? And you can feel it. Have you ever had one deal and then another and another, right? That's some of that momentum idea that happens. The leverage really is also just coming down to the idea of what other sources out there or forces can you be using to help lift you up and help you. And so that's where I look at things like, what technologies are you using within Century 21 and the technology platform? How frequently are you meeting with your broker and sharing with them, your broker or manager, your game plan, and leveraging the company that way, leveraging the brand? Every once in a while I'll have someone say, well, I never use that stuff, as they kind of wear it like a badge of honor. Don't be that person. Figure out ways for you to leverage these things and see your business go well. I'll give you an example. There's a technology within the company called Zap. And my experience with Zap is there was a lot of murmuring going on about Zap and whether it works, whether it doesn't work. Is it great? Is it not great? Well, the hype that was caused from Realogy purchasing it created so much hype, and the cost that it was, that what we didn't allow ourselves to realize is that it's still a technology. It's not going to be perfect, whatever. What was interesting is, as we've gone through this, the agents who use and have used Zap loved it. And the people who've never touched it had a bad opinion about it, even though they never touched it. And so it was interesting to see some people leveraging it and it was helping their business, and other people, they had an opinion of it, but they were not allowing it to leverage. They weren't allowing to use that leverage. So, okay, moving on. Discipline of engagement, right? And they recommend using a compelling scoreboard. The discipline of engagement, that's going to be about your connecting with people. What's your accountability? How are you keeping track of what you're doing, right? A whiteboard in the office with your goals on them. A whiteboard in the office showing the transactions you have under contract and how you're helping your people. Something to display. Who are your current potential buyers and sellers, and how are you progressing with them, et cetera, et cetera. So very important stuff. Fourth, discipline of accountability. Just creating a cadence of accountability is the way they put it in the book, but just what's your accountability? Who's involved in it? Who's helping you? What's going well with it? What's not? So guys, look, create the dream, Create the plan. That is your job over the next couple of weeks. Establish, define, write it down on paper, share it with others, your dream and your plan. And then finally, as we shout every morning, taking action is easy for me. Take action. Do the things you need to do to get the job done and watch great things happen in your business. So guys, thank you for an incredible 2020 with me. I know you're going to be hearing from others and everything. We got Christmas this week and the holidays. Just wishing everybody the best of times. And again, allow yourself, establish right now what day, what time, when are you going to take some time to yourself and create that dream and create that plan. And 2021 is going to be an incredible year. And I can't wait to see what you accomplish, guys. All right, let's close up with some affirmations. And if you want to throw something down, boy, throw it down on the chat line of what you're going to do. But yeah, let's get our affirmations rolling.